another episode of Just Sayin with Jack Hubert. I am Jack Hubert, joined as always by the impeccable Tyler Prime.
Oh,
yeah. Tyler, it's the end.
We made it.
We made it.
8th episode.
The 8th episode, the final season. The networks are, it's a bidding war.
It's a bidding war.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
It was a great time.
It was a great time. What are some highlights for you?
I think the pie in the face was a big highlight
that was a good one.
Okay. Some of our audience really liked that.
Yeah. You know who didn't like that was my grandma.
Yes.
My grandma told me, she was like, I just don't like pies in the face. It's not my cup of tea. And I was like, all right.
Yeah. And probably the lav mic that got pie all over it didn't.
But it's okay. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Right, Daniel?
Everything's fine. Yeah, everything's good.
Daniel said everything's fine. I love
you got
you,
any
Grandma.
highlights?
I just had a great time all season hanging out with my friends and being stupid, which is what this show is.
Yeah.
It is the peak of stupidity.
We got a gift from one of
one of our wonderful guests. So things are looking up. I think season 2 is going to be great. I'm in contact with Nikki Haley. The presidential candidate. That broad keeps texting me. Yeah. And I am like, all right, come on the show then, and we'll do that. So
it would be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be awesome to get POTUS too on it. So.
It would be awesome to get POTUS. A great rapper.
Yeah. Great rapper.
Yeah. All right, our final guest of the season is a dear friend of mine. We're very happy to have here today. I was asking for suggestions for who should be the guest, one of the most popular answers that we have. So everyone welcome Erin Stehler. Thank you. Erin, welcome to the show. Sat on the pillow.
That's okay.
Do whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for letting me bring my White Claw.
Absolutely. We're trying to do as many brand deals as we can here. So make sure the label's turned out for the whole
Always
right
towards
into the lens.
that camera.
This
right
camera.
Well,
that's
the center cameraman feels a little bad because he hasn't been getting anyone looking into his camera, so I'm going to just look right there just for a second.
Yeah.
All right, you're welcome.
This isn't a question, but this is just a comment I wrote down. When I first met you, I was scared of you.
That's a comment.
I was intimidated by you because I just thought you were so cool.
Oh, that's not a comment.
That's not
the first part was comment. I get a lot that people don't think I like them right away.
And do you like a lot of people or?
No, they're
so most people are right.
Yeah. Well, I for me, you start at 0%. Whereas a lot of people, you start at 50% and then you can go up or down. You start down.
You start at
and
zero.
Have to.
You build your way up there.
Yeah.
Work it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not a question, but it was just a comment right there. Yeah.
Noted.
You work in film.
I do.
Is that something you've always wanted to do?
Well, I wanted to be a marine biologist for a long time.
Okay.
I don't really know why. I lived in Minnesota, so that wasn't really it wasn't really
so
on
many lakes though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just saw videos online of people helping seals, and I was like, that seems like a good job for me. And then I realized that with a marine biologist or a vet or whatever, you also have to sometimes put down animals. And I was like, I'm not down with that. So I guess film and television.
Film and television.
is the way to go.
Because those are kind of the two options in life. Is marine biology and Hollywood.
Yeah, and I think growing up with YouTube rising was my older siblings were always filming music videos and stuff with their friends. And since I was the youngest sibling, they were like, okay, you can be over there and you can hold the camera. And I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Here you are now.
And importantly, you don't have to put down animals in the entertainment industry.
That's true. Yeah, not that often. Yeah. So
sometimes. Not that often.
I haven't had to yet, but
one of these days, it might just come up that you have to do so. You did say you're from Minnesota. What do people get right about Minnesota, and what do they get wrong?
Well, a lot of people think the whole of the Midwest is just a very cornfields type of place, which like a lot of it is, to be fair. Which also you've had a lot of Midwestern representation on your show this season. There you are.
Many. Probably like half our guests have been from the Midwest. Just about. Yeah, a little less.
What they get right are probably like the majority of the stereotypes. Like I grew up playing ice hockey my whole life. And just like the accent and stuff. I dropped it when I moved to New York because I was like, I'm going to get bullied. But my mom and my brother have it so strong. So, yeah.
Between New York, Minnesota, and LA, which do you like the best? You lived in all of them.
That's tough. I wouldn't have wanted to grow up in either New York or LA. I think that would have been a lot. And like the people I know who grew up like in New York City are like, they give homeschool energy a little bit. I don't know about that. LA less so, but it's still like, I think it would have been a weird place to grow up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I like growing up in Minnesota, but living wise, I do a lot of like outdoor activities and stuff, so LA is good for me.
Nice. Yeah. You mentioned, I swear I didn't give you the questions, but you mentioned ice hockey as well. How did you get into that? How long did you do that for? What's up with that?
I think you don't really have to get into it when you live there. I was kind of put into it as like a little kid, like how little kids, you're in dance because you are and your parents signed you up. It's the same thing. So yeah, I played for like 13, 14 years. Something like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
It is, yeah, it's too long.
Too long.
For sure.
Is that why you stopped? Just too much?
Well, no, I actually quit because I was getting really burnt out in 8th grade. I'm so serious.
So much shit in 8th grade.
Genuinely, like I would be like at practices every single night, and then on the weekends I would have practices, and then I would have training. And like all this other stuff because I was a goalie also, so you have to go to like other training sessions. And I just like could not care less about it at this point. Like I remember that I would be at practice and I would watch, they have these like giant digital clocks in every rink. I don't know why, but the number would flip and then I would try to like count to 60 as precisely as I could to see if I could get it to match up with when the number changed. That's how like bored I was.
Got really bored.
And then letting like a goal go by while you're...
Oh yeah, I was... Well, because also it's a lot of, especially when they shoot them like on the ice, so then you go down into like that butterfly. I don't know how familiar people here are with hockey.
I've been to one hockey game.
Yeah.
I've
been to none.
Okay, well, the goalies, their knees essentially go like that onto the ground. And it's a lot of energy to be going up and down like tons and tons of times. And so when we're at practice, I'm like, I'm not gonna get that.
That's a lot of work.
No way.
I'm playing this sport like 10 times a week in 7 days. Like I'm not like sorry. I'm just gonna stand here for a minute. And my coaches did not like that, so I took a year off.
They're like, don't do
sort
that.
Of. Yeah.
Sort of a year off.
Yeah. Sort
Are
of
you
a
still
year
in the year off?
No, I guess I've taken more years off now, but back then I was like, I'm not playing anymore. And then the high school coach approached me and was like, do you want to play for our team? And I was like, I can't because my school ended at 4 and their practices were at 3 for the high school. So I was like, I can't. But then she was like, will you play next year? And then I did. And then I played for 4 more years.
As everyone knows on this show, we are fans of ducks. I've heard a story about you killing ducks. You ran over some ducks?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, I did. Wait, how did you know that?
I know everything.
We do our research here.
We had an extensive research department.
Yeah.
Here.
I completely forgot about that. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
So it's actually like really harrowing. Well, I was just like driving on the freeway in Minnesota and it was down to 1 lane. And I don't know, I was going like, it was, since it was 1 lane, it wasn't that fast, but it was still like 50 because it was Minnesota. There's not a lot of traffic around there. And all of a sudden the person in front of me kind of like swerved into the cones And I was already going too fast, and there was a family of ducks crossing the freeway, and I couldn't stop. And I didn't look in the mirror, so I don't know for sure that I killed them because I wouldn't have been able to handle that if I did. But I cried the rest of the way to where I was going, which I do believe was hockey practice.
Everything just comes back together.
Yeah.
Do you want to apologize?
Yeah. It was that dumb.
I'm really sorry, and it was a really long drive, and I cried the whole rest of the way. So I really feel like that's good enough, to be honest.
All right.
A moment of silence for the ducks.
For the ducks, yeah. They could have just lived. Okay.
Moment of silence. You can plead your case afterwards. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
So your excuse.
Well, I didn't look because I didn't want to know. So they could be alive. But if I didn't kill them, the people behind me for sure did.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's okay because it wasn't your fault then.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it, and they could have crossed safely.
So it's kind of like whatever that thing with the cat in the box is. Like, you don't.
Schrodinger.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Just like that.
It's just like that. You are also, you like reality TV as well. We talk about Survivor. What reality TV show do you think you have the best chance of winning?
I would love to say Survivor, but realistically, I think my best bets are either The Circle or Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
I'm really good at Wheel of Fortune.
What skills do you have that you think would contribute to you winning both of those?
In Survivor, I think I would be good enough in the physical part for people not to vote me out right away. And then once we get to the individual stuff, I'm not good enough to be threatening. So I think I would just kind of ride it out.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune, I'm just good at guessing stuff.
Just good
Word
at guessing.
games,
Yeah.
I like word games. Yeah, that's it.
Great. We're going to play a game now.
Whoa!
Crazy. There's a popular website called Letterboxd in which people put reviews for movies on there. And we have reviews from each other's Letterboxd. And we're going to read those reviews and then guess what the movie.
Yeah, so I'm going to read from yours.
Correct.
And you're going to read from mine.
Yeah.
And Tyler, feel free if you want to just
If
try
you
to
just
guess.
chime in.
Yeah, I'll just.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
We're at the game section now.
We're at the game section now.
Cool.
So remember when I said we're going to play a game now?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the key in.
Remember in the Henry episode where I was like, I'm not listening at all? That's just a callback to that. But I'm listening.
Anyways, I have your first review.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
No, sorry. My husband would never be a secret agent. I'm too nosy.
This has to be one of the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah.
I
I think I
think-
know which one.
And it's got to be one where he's married, and there's only like 2 where he's married. And I think I want to say it's earlier in the series, which is actually later in the series because I watched the series in reverse. So I'm going to say Mission Impossible 4.
Ooh, so close.
It was 3, right?
It was 3.
Was there?
Because he's married in that one.
How do you discern them at all? Okay.
They're all the same.
I think they're very different films. That's all I'll say about the matter.
Okay.
Force Awakens.
I feel like I did tougher ones than you
Okay.
did. But also, what I realized is that you have reviewed a lot less things than I have,
Yeah.
so I think it'll be generally easier. Okay,
But I'm also dumb.
so this review from you is, man, these people are all a little crazy, but maybe in a good way, but also maybe not.
Is this Love Actually?
This is not Love Actually, but you're in the right ballpark. You gave
Ooh.
this movie 4 stars. I can give you...
Oh, is this The Holiday?
Yes.
Yeah.
I cut out the second part of the
Yeah.
review. The second part of his review was, I had to Google if Cameron Diaz was dead. She is not.
And we're so happy that she's not dead. Yes, thank you. All right, your next one here. SMH, men will do anything but listen.
This could be
And
any movie.
Tyler was a great example of
It could
this.
be any movie. It could just be me.
Is this a Christmas movie?
It is, some might argue, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
this Nightmare Before Christmas?
This is the Nightmare Before Christmas, yeah.
Yeah. This movie was brought to you by PETA. Kind of sad, TBH.
Oh, this is the Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever the most recent one. 3. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
It is.
Yeah.
It is Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
All right.
Sad movie.
This could be what goes on in England.
I want to say this is Saltburn.
Oh, see, my first instinct was Harry Potter. But I don't think it's Harry Potter. I don't think I would have said that. What other movie? It's for sure, it's not The Holiday, because that could be going on also. But it is a movie where they're,
Oh.
It's, oh God, it's something stupid.
Is she right? Is
Gonna
it
be
something stupid?
It's not the most. It's not one of the more stupid movies you reviewed.
Okay.
Because there's some that are like the insane type of movies.
Is it Lord of the Rings?
It is not Lord of the Rings. This movie came out. This is not going to help. Came out in 2004.
Oh no.
Has this been guessed before tonight?
No,
Okay. I was thinking maybe Love Actually.
it's not Love Actually.
I don't think I've seen that movie. To be honest. I do have any other hints.
There's zombies in this movie.
Oh, this is Shaun of the Dead. And that could be going on in England. Yeah. I was on the right track.
You were on the right track,
with
yeah.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think so. I'll support you on that one.
Yeah. Or Lord of the Rings. Are they British in Lord of the Rings? I was kind of asleep during that.
You see, that was one I almost picked, and you did mention in that review that you fell asleep.
Yeah, I was on a plane.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy to watch it on that little.
On the Delta screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This one is, the first hour of this film is like really sweet, and then the last 30 minutes are the saddest shit I've seen in my life.
I know exactly what movie this is.
Do you?
This is with Macaulay Culkin. It's My Girl.
Yeah, it is.
That is truly the saddest movie I've ever seen.
Do you want one of my hints for you if you didn't get that? Was a random review I found that said, "Rip to him, but if it were me, I wouldn't have gotten stung."
Yeah.
I thought that would help.
That would have absolutely helped.
Good.
Your next one here. Children in this economy?
Again, these could be any. I really need to be more specific in my Letterboxd reviews. What movie is there children in?
A lot.
It's true. A lot of movies.
Wonka has a kid, but that's too recent.
It's not Wonka.
Children. So there's multiple children?
There are multiple children in this movie. I want to say there's 3.
Do you know a movie with
With 3 children? No.
Say Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter. There's no children in the Mission Impossible movies.
But in this economy.
In this economy,
this
though,
is
so it's like, yeah.
This movie came out in 2018.
2018. Ooh. Maybe it's Vice.
I don't know what that is. I don't think it's that.
Perhaps it's Vice. I hate Vice.
I don't know. Do you have anything else?
It's a horror film. I feel like the economy that you were talking about was not like our economy. It was the situation they were in the movie.
Oh, is this A Quiet Place?
Yeah.
Yeah, because who would have children in that scenario?
Yeah, when if you make a sound, you die.
Yeah, that seems like actually the worst economy
Children
for
are
children.
notorious for making lots of sounds.
Yeah,
much
so
sound.
that actually was a pretty specific review.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you did a good job.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Follow me on Letterboxd, everybody. Let me see. This movie is pro-child soldier.
I know this one.
Which one is it?
This is Thor 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it is at the end. Thor.
All the kids, like, yeah.
Thor like gives his power to like maybe 30 kids, and then they kill Christian Bale. Like that's the end of the movie.
I love watching the Marvel movies because I've seen like every 6th or 7th one. and I don't know what's going on. And I just jump into like Thor 4 or
Yeah, and he's like, all right, I guess I'll give my powers to all these kids and they'll kill Christian Bale.
yeah. I was like, none of this makes sense to me.
I don't even remember that from that movie, and that seems like it was a really big plot point from it.
It's how he figured out his problem. That was like it. He enlisted child soldiers who were like, I'm down.
Well,
Fuck that movie.
Our next review
all right.
here. The whole thing feels like you're on acid and watching a Dos Equis commercial, and it's incredible.
It's not like, is it like an early 2000s comedy?
No, it came out in 2002. Or not 2002.
Wait.
My bad. So I'm dyslexic. 2022.
Okay, so I probably saw this in the theater.
I know.
What? Okay. People in the audience
People in the audience know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elvis?
It's not Elvis.
Okay.
Good guess.
Mine
Would
also
make sense.
Mine also started with an E. That's what I'll say. Does it start with an E?
No.
Okay.
Kill me.
All right.
I was thinking everything over all at once.
No.
Oh.
But that
that's
would
not a bad guess.
have made sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Fast and Furious?
It is not a
have not
Fast and
seen any
Furious
of
movie. No.
Here.
Brad Pitt is in this movie, I think.
Oh, is this Bullet Train?
It is Bullet Train.
That's an excellent movie.
That movie rocks.
I think
It's
you
so
gave it
good.
4 stars.
Yeah, I think I saw it like 3 times.
Dude, Bad Bunny in that movie is so funny.
Yeah.
He gets like a 10-minute like prologue introducing his backstory, and then spoilers, he's immediately killed by Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, it's a perfect movie.
Perfect movie.
Yeah.
No notes.
No notes.
No.
Okay, I have one more.
Okay.
And this is a cinematic masterpiece, a true love letter to Hollywood, loses half a star for some deeply problematic lines.
This has got to be a joke.
I don't know.
Huh.
How many stars did you give it?
You gave it 4.5 stars.
Whew. So it's really good.
I have not seen this movie, but I don't know if that
could
helps.
be, that could be so many
It could
movies.
be any movie.
Can I take a peek?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
If you let me know if you'd like another hint.
I can give him a hint too. It's one of your favorites.
One of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
It's not Mr. Deeds. I thought about it.
I do love that movie too.
And we rewatched it in the last 5 years. But last year.
Last year.
I don't know why I said 5. I was like trying to make it harder.
It last
for you,
year.
yeah.
So that means I watched it with you if you're saying we rewatched it.
Yes.
I have one of our acquaintances' reviews of the movie if you think that'll help.
Okay, sure.
Okay. This is from Quinn. So I thought it was funny. It says, to everyone rating this so low, why do you watch movies? Because it's clearly not to enjoy them. What possesses you to put on 2002 teen comedy blank and expect Scorsese? It meets every expectation it set for itself and is a whole lot funnier than it needed to be along the way. What else were you looking for this experience? The moral of this, just relax and enjoy because that's what movies are for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is now. It's Big Fat Liar. With Oscar winner Paul Giamatti. We're manifesting it right there. I have one final one for you as well.
Okay.
After I just threw all my cards out of order.
Great.
All right. This is the last one. And this is like the last part of the last game of the season.
Yeah.
So high stakes here.
Make it count.
I mean, he's good for a dog, but I could take him.
I feel, unless it's a trick question, I think it has to be Airbud.
And that's it. That's our final game on our final episode of our final season. We're getting canceled.
We're getting canceled.
During the show, the network's called The Bidding War ended at 0. So
But guess
Yeah.
what? We're still going to make season 2.
you can't do that. You can't contradict what I just said. Anyways, thank you so much to everyone who helped out this season. Our people who are on camera tonight, Max and Daniel over there, and Cameron. Cameron, why don't you come on out? Because Cameron, you have some words you want to say as well.
You wanna,
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, man.
First time we've had 3 people.
Take Tyler's mic.
I know. Oh, right, yeah. This is actually symbolic of what's going to happen in season 2.
Okay.
We'll have it then. And we'll make sure of that, buddy. Thank you guys for watching. It's Black History Month, so please support your local black-owned business, please.
This might come out of my mouth.
Well, every month should be Black History Month.
There we go. There we fucking go.
All right, thank you, Cameron. Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you maybe next time. Who knows? Bye-bye. Thank you.
It was also Groundhog Day yesterday.
Oh yeah.
It was?
What's
Yeah.
Groundhog Day? Mm-hmm.
What's the groundhog's name?
It's like
Who 90 years
No, I wanted to see if Jack could remember it, Erin.
You didn't say that.
I thought you would intuit it.
and cut.